Hi everybody, so it is Tuesday night. Welcome to another week of Meals on the Seesaw. So I didn't do a video last night because we just had takeaway pizza to start the week off. Tonight we've got baked chicken fajitas. So this is similar to the tray bakes that you find with chicken fajitas, except I also add a can of drained chopped tomatoes and some diced jalapenos from the jar of jalapenos to mine. So this is just little pieces of chicken. I took 3 large chicken breasts and just cut them into little strips, popped them in the casserole dish along with 2 sliced peppers, a sliced onion, the drained can of tomatoes and some chopped jalapenos. Mix those all together, and then I combined a couple of tablespoons of rapeseed oil or canola oil if you're in the States, with 2 teaspoons each of chili powder and cumin and a little sprinkle of salt, and combined that all together, poured it over and just mixed everything together. I popped it in a 180 fan oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. So we've got that with some tortillas ready to go, so we'll make our own fajitas. I've got some grated cheese. This is red Leicester, and this is the cheese with the chilies through it that we've had with our cheese on our cheese board over Christmas. There's a piece of that left, so I've grated that up. We've got some sour cream, and then we've got some of the basmati rice that I just cook with some turmeric and curry powder in the water, and it just gives it the lovely yellow colour, but it also gives it a nice flavour. Caleb really likes that rice. And so that is our Tuesday night simple supper. Baked chicken fajitas with spicy basmati rice, cheese and sour cream. Hi everybody, so it's Wednesday evening, night before New Year's Eve. And normally this day in the week between Christmas and New Year we would go out somewhere, either for a nice winter walk somewhere, or in the past we've been to the beaches in Norfolk to see the seal pups, or out for a woodland walk or something like that, and then we'd usually get dinner on the way home. Obviously that hasn't happened this year in Tier 4. So we've had a treat tonight with a takeaway from the local chippy. So I've got cod, chips and mushy peas, and then I've made up a little bit of my own, the curry sauce, which is the one we make from the granules. It's chip shop curry sauce, and just because I've got plenty in the cupboard, I've made my own rather than buying a little pot. Caleb wanted scampi, so he's got 10 pieces of scampi and the other half of a portion of chips with me. And then Toney's is still wrapped up because he's barman tonight, so he's making us a drink to have with our dinner. But he's got a chicken kebab wrap in a tortilla wrap rather than in a pita bread. So he's got that. He's got a portion of chips and he's got some chili sauce on the side of that. So that is our Wednesday night takeaway. Tomorrow night, New Year's Eve, I'm doing party food, but I will do a little video clip of what we put out. And then Friday, I don't know, Friday, New Year's Day, we'll end the week with a chicken casserole. And then from Saturday on, it will be back to normal meals, normal plans, and regular eating. But I'm really enjoying this week while we've got it, and especially looking forward to this takeaway as everything looks really tasty. Hi everybody, so it is our New Year's Eve buffet spread. We've got a bit of everything here. Now I would like to say that on the other side of the kitchen there's a big old bowl of salad that we're all going to dig into, but that's not the case. So there is very little vegetable based options here tonight, but that's what New Year's Eve is all about. So to start with, I've got some crackers. I do still have some cheese in the fridge, which I'll probably get out later in the evening to go with. I've got some salted peanuts there as well. But I have got the crackers out in case anybody wants them with their plate. I've got some coleslaw. This is the veggie section. A coleslaw, some pickled red cabbage, pickled onions, and some beetroot. Then on this platter, I've got some sausage rolls that I baked from frozen, some mac and cheese bites, some mini corn dogs, some bacon and cheese potato skins, and some buffalo chicken wings. Then we've got the fishy section here. So I've got some prawn cocktail that I did buy. I was going to have it on Christmas Day and then completely forgot about it, and it's absolutely fine for another couple of days. So I might have a little bit of that with my buffet plate now. I've got some of the phyllo prawns, just the long shrimp coated in phyllo pastry. I've got some chicken and bacon pate. I've got a quiche Lorraine, so just a cheese and bacon quiche. I've got some of this, it's a hot dip, and it is cheddar and chorizo. Got these from Aldi. I had one last year and it's really tasty. The chorizo does make it a little bit salty, but we don't add salt to food anyway, so it's absolutely fine for me. And it comes in a nice little kind of clay pot. I've got 4 little slices of garlic bread. We had some left from the garlic bread we had with our pasta the other day, so I've just cooked those up. It's the ciabatta bread. I've got a bowl of tortilla chips to have with the dip. We've got some ham and pineapple and some pepperoni pizza. So that's the kind of savoury pieces of the buffet. Quite looking forward to this, just a picky plate of all kinds of little bits. And then for pudding, for tonight, I've got this Black Forest slice. This was from Aldi, and I was really pleased to see this, because if I buy a big Black Forest gatto, Tony and Caleb might have a little piece, but then I'll be left to eat it all, because there's no way I'm throwing away Black Forest. Throwback to my youth when Black Forest gatto was on every festive platter and party food platter and all of that. But this is really nice. It's a slice, and so it's got the cake, the cherries and the cream and the chocolate, just like a regular gatto, but it's a nice little slice. It says it serves 5. I would probably cut that into 5 or 6 nice little slices, so that will do me for today and tomorrow for something desserty. And if the boys want some, they can. I've still got some apple pie left from yesterday, and then tomorrow we've got a lemon meringue pie to have for New Year's Day. So that is our little buffet platter. We're going to eat this, then we're going to settle down to play some games this evening, some family games to take us up to midnight. For the last few years, Caleb has been able to stay up until midnight just to see the new year in with us, which he quite enjoys. And we look at different ways of trying to fill the evening, so we're not just sitting around waiting for it to happen. But the last few years we've done kind of games and things like that, and that's quite fun. So that's what we're going to do when we've finished our food, finished our first plate of picking, because we'll probably pick at this across the evening. So off to enjoy this on New Year's Eve. Hey everybody, so it is Friday. It's the 1st of January, so we're officially into 2021, and we're starting our year with a big bowl of chicken stew. And I have done, I have included this in a little recipe video set I'm doing that's 5 of our favourite quick and easy meals with kind of 5 ingredients or less in them. So you will find the recipe for that once I post that, which I think I've got the first 3 recipes on there now, so I'll be adding the next couple and getting that one posted soon. But it is a really simple chicken stew that you can have on the table within 30 to 45 minutes of walking in the door at the end of the day. So really tasty. It's got chicken gravy, it's got pieces of chicken, it's got casserole vegetables from a frozen mix, and then some herbs and spices to season it up a little bit. And we're having that, instead of having it with potatoes or crusty bread, we're having it with grilled cheese sandwiches. So these are cooked the American way, kind of just in a pan like this, rather than a toasty like we would do here in the UK. And instead of just putting butter on the outside, I mixed a little bit of parsley and garlic powder in with the butter and spread that on the bread. And then we've got sliced cheese on the inside, so it's all ooey and gooey and will be delicious served alongside the chicken stew. So that's how we're starting our year. We've got the weekend to get through now, and then we, strangely, often the way Christmas and New Year fall, you get like a partial week back into routine before you get a weekend again. The way it falls this year is we get a full week. So next week is going to be tough, I think, for everybody. Caleb should be going back to school on Tuesday. We are in tier 4, but his primary school is due to be open. We're not in one of the highest kind of areas. Obviously the secondary schools are delayed going back all over the country, I think. So it's just again, it's a very stressful time going into the new year. So next week will be interesting, I think. I've already had messages from a few people from my work indicating that they won't be returning next week because they have COVID, or they're isolating because they've been in contact with somebody. And that's down here at our site down in this area, whereas if you remember before, it was only at our site up in the north of England that we'd had any issues. We'd had nothing down here. So I do feel that that's coming next week. So not looking forward to having to deal with that. But for now, I'm going to enjoy the weekend, keep relaxing. We've had a fabulous relaxing time between Christmas and New Year. I'm going to carry that on. I've got a couple of chores to do over the weekend, but other than that, continue to relax until Monday morning. But for now, off to enjoy our grilled cheese and our chicken stew. Hi everybody, so it's Saturday evening, and what better meal to get us back into normal eating after 10 days of eating party foods, fancy foods, different foods. To actually have bangers mash, veg and gravy tonight just feels like such a comforting thing to have for dinner. I couldn't wait for this as it was cooking. I was just really looking forward to it. So we've got two sorts of sausages. So these are the Tesco's Finest kind of everyday pork sausages that I picked up today, and then these are the Muscle Food sausages that we had in our Christmas hamper. So one pack of 6 sausages isn't quite enough for us because Toney will eat 3 or 4 sausages. Caleb is now, this is Caleb's plate, he's now at 3 sausages. So if I only have 6, there's not enough for me. So I cook up 2 packs now, or I buy a pack of 8 or 12 sausages, depending on what's available. So I had those in the freezer. I just bought another 6 to go with them. So we've got we'll have a little bit of extra sausage, but that's fine because that can be used with breakfast in the morning, in a bagel, or even as a kind of snacky thing in a lunch this week. So got that. I've got creamy mashed potatoes. I don't think I've had mashed potatoes since before Christmas. So again, really looking forward to mashed potatoes. Some regular gravy and some steamed mixed vegetables. So that is our Saturday night back to normal supper. Hi everybody, so it's Sunday evening and the Christmas holiday is coming to an end. Everything's back to normal tomorrow. So Toney and I both back at work tomorrow. Caleb's back to school. At the moment the plan is on Tuesday, unless anything changes before then, as that's obviously under a great debate at the moment. But we're ending our week on something that's not traditional Sunday dinner for us, but it just again felt nice to have something normal food. And we've had roast dinners a couple of times during the Christmas break, and so just took a break from that today, and we've made simple pasta bolognese, spaghetti bolognese. So I have taken shortcuts, just felt like the right thing to do today. So I've used some turkey mince and some onion and some garlic. And then I've added a little bit of celery salt and a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, and then a jar of the smooth bolognese sauce from Tesco. We quite like that one as a jarred sauce, and I just feel I've got all year to make my own pasta sauce, so for tonight it's a shortcut. So we've got that with spaghetti, and we've got some of the garlic ciabatta which we had last week and we really liked those, and then I've got a little bit of cheese there to sprinkle over the top. So that is our simple spaghetti supper to end our Christmas holiday. Just has flown by actually, because I had 12 days off, Toney had 11, and it really has flown by. So I guess next stop is Easter. Whatever's going to happen between now and Easter, who knows? But off to enjoy this before we start to get ourselves back into kind of work and everyday routine mode. Thank you for joining us for this week of meals, and we look forward to seeing you back here on the SeeSaw soon.